Hello friends, welcome to the video number 14 for Excel 2016, and in this video we're gonna talk about some basic printing options. So let's start by going to the print preview. You can just click here on the print preview icon. If you don't have it enabled, just come here to this down pointing arrow, click on it, and it's the customized quick access toolbar, so you should have it right here. Just click to enable the option, and you can also go to the print preview by going to the backstage view. Just click on the file and then go to print, and well, this is the print preview part of the backstage. The first thing we're gonna see, let's have a look right here. This is actually the print previews, how if I send to print, how it's gonna look. So here is telling me you have, or you are viewing page number 1, is the current page of 2 pages. So let's go to the other one, and here I can see what's going to print on the second page. So I'm going to take the advantage that I can see it right here. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but well, the second row here says quantity of copies. So well, actually first we have here the print button, the command to send to print, but this should be actually the last thing we go to. First we need to review all the possible options. If we need to change something, if everything is alright, then okay, we can go ahead and print. So the number of copies, well, pretty simple. How many copies do you want? You just can change it here. You can type it however you prefer. And then available printers, well, here you can just click here to expand, and you will see how many printers you have available to send to print. We're gonna use the PDF as example. We saw in the previous video how to send to print to PDF, or how to save a file as a PDF. If you didn't saw that video, well, you can watch it here. It's actually very simple. Now on the settings, we can select to print the active sheets, to print the entire workbook, or to print selection. So let's go back and just select this information from B1 to B11. Let's go back to the print preview. So I can say, okay, I just want to print the selection that I made, and it just leave that. The active sheet again is going to say, okay, you have 2 pages or the entire workbook. Now it says, okay, it's going to be 30 pages. Here you can select a range of pages. For example, I want to print page 1 to page 5, or page 5 to page 15, or whatever you need to print. Here on the collated and uncollated, well, if you want to have 2 or more copies, well, it's gonna do precisely this that is showing here. It's gonna be collated. It's gonna print pages 1, 2, 3, 4, basically one set of the first set of a copy, and then it's gonna print the second one, and so on. And the uncollated, what it does is just print the first page, and then the second page, then the third page, as many times as you have set it on the copies. And then we have the portrait orientation, or the landscape orientation, if you want to print vertical or horizontally, whatever you prefer to have your pages printing. Actually right now, let's change this again to the active sheet, and I'm gonna leave it like this, portrait. Then we have the paper size. Well, pretty much I think the most commons are the letter, the tabloid, and the legal. Select whatever you need. The margins, you have 3 margins for default: the normal, the wide, and the narrow. And when you do a change on some of these margins, it becomes a custom margin. So it's gonna show you here a 4th option that is your last custom setting, so that you can quickly select that one. I'm gonna go to the narrow, and well, I hope you saw that this thing moved a little bit to the left. Now the margins are not shown by default, so you have to come here to the bottom right and it says show margins. Just click on there, and now you can see all your margins. You can actually click on them and drag them to reposition the margin. You're gonna see that the narrow margin is gonna change, and it's gonna set a custom margin setting. Now this become my last custom margin setting. Let's just go back to narrow. Then the scaling, we can fit the sheet in one page, fit all the columns in one page, or fit all the rows in one page. In this case, as I have just a few information on the page, if I do the fit sheet on the page, it's gonna have pretty much the same effect if I select the fit all columns on one page. So as you can see, it didn't change. If I select the rows on one page, well, all the rows are fitting in one page, but now again, I have two pages. So I'm gonna have the Spanish information in one sheet of paper and the English and this index on the second sheet of paper. So I'm gonna go back to all columns. I prefer to use this one in case I have many rows to print. I prefer to expand 2 or 3 sheets of paper, but keep all the information in the columns in one page, and then just go down. Now I'm just gonna go to the page setup. You can see here on the page tab that we have basically all these options available. The orientation of the sheet, the scaling you wanna give to the print. Actually, you can have a more precise adjust in percentage. I'm gonna leave it like fit one page wide by whatever the Excel needs by tall. Then you can change here also the paper size and even the quality of the print. Now I want to come just here to the margins. You can see here you can also do a fine adjustment to the margins, even to the margin for the footer and for the header. And I just want to center on the page horizontally. As I have tell Excel to fit all the columns on one page, I'm not actually going to see too much of a difference here. If I select the center vertically, of course, this information is going to show pretty much on the center of the page, but I don't want to do that. I just want to center, make sure that the page is centered horizontally. So just click OK. There it is. Not too much of a change. And well, I think this looks pretty decent right now. Let's see how it actually looks. Just click on print. It's going to tell you, well, where do you want to print, or you're actually saving a file when you are printing as a PDF. So I'm going to do it on the desktop and save this as an example. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. So that's the result. Now, if I would like to print the entire workbook, you see this is page my sheet that I named 14 for this video. But if I say print entire workbook, you can see that, okay, now I have 29 pages, but they look terrible. Just the page that I just made the setup, the page 14, but the rest of them are not looking good. So what I'm gonna do is go back, and I'm going to select all the worksheets. We can do it by clicking, for example, on the first one, then go to the last one, and while holding Shift, just click on the last one, and all of them get selected. The other way we can do it is just right click on one of the sheets and then select all sheets. There you go. So with all the worksheets selected, I'm gonna go back to the print preview, and I'm pretty much gonna repeat the process. So I wanna do, in this case, I wanna do a landscape orientation to make it look better. I have more space on the horizontal. Letter size is okay. I don't want normal margins. I want narrow. So there it is. Now you can see here I have a little space, so when I center it, it should look better. Fit all columns on one page. no change at all because actually all my columns are fitting into one page. So go to the page setup, margins, center horizontally, and now it looks better. It's centered. Now everything is gonna fit into 15 pages, so I can just go ahead and look the preview. So everything is looking much better. So just go ahead, click on print. Again, I want to use the example, save. Yes, I want to replace it. It's printing, so it should be ready. And this is the final result. So let me just make it smaller so that you can see it's in landscape orientation. So these are my 15 pages that I have in my book. And well, this video has already spanned for 11 minutes. So for the next video, we're going to see the page setup, how to add headers and footers. And I think on the next one, we're going to see how to set up a printing area and how to repeat rows and columns in my printing pages. So for now, well, I hope you have find this video useful. If you like it, please go ahead and give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I want to invite you again to do it. And well, as always, thanks all of you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.